Hello everyone, my name is Wingo and today I'm going to be breaking down my step back. Also, if you dislike my monotone, I don't blame you, just mute the video and just study what I'm about to show you. And when you shoot a step back, it should look just like that. Your entire body disappears except for your arm because you can't block a ghost. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking down the cross step, the 1-2 step, and the hop pattern today. I'll be going to my strong side, so I'm right-handed, so I'll be stepping back to my left. Some of these can be used going in another direction to attack differently, but I'm going to be focusing just on stepping back, and I will be demonstrating from the mid-range, but it's the exact same from three-point line as well. So first you want to make sure that you are releasing the ball the same way or almost the same way every time you shoot. And I know you're saying, but I shoot the same way every time. But for a lot of players, as they get back farther from the three-point line and push their range, they'll drop their arm a little bit in order to get a little bit extra range. So when I'm shooting my step back, I want to put as much arc on the ball as possible in order to have a little bit of a cushion should my shot be off. Alright, after that is the footwork, and the steps for the cross step should be very quick and light. Gather the ball about the same time as the second step occurs. This will enable you to get a very quick shot off, and the defender will have a much harder time contesting and blocking. Also, be sure to stay on the balls of your feet. This applies to all step backs. You can also use this pattern for an easy shot hezi. The defender probably won't jump at it as much the first time, but if you hit them with a step back, make the shot, they're going to be more likely to jump on the actual step the next time, so that's the perfect opportunity. Hit them with the hezi, blow right past them. Okay, so next is the 1-2 pattern, and this is my personal favorite. Start with a good aggressive jab with your inside foot to sell a drive to the inside. Load your leg really tightly and push off as hard as you can. This will create maximum separation, as well as potentially sending your defender flying if they are jumpy and think you're about to just blow right past them. They'll probably overcompensate and you're going to get like 10 feet of separation. The gather should occur no later than the time it takes for you to get your inside foot to step back as well. This will again allow you to get a very quick shot off. Keep your chest leaned forward throughout the entire step back in order to balance out your momentum as you jump backwards. And here's a clip of Steph doing that as well. This will give you more control over your shot, and you'll be more on balance when you release. It's easier to hop back off of both feet, but you can just kind of hop back off of one foot. It will probably look more like a shuffle, but it's not incorrect. You want the gather to occur in the air and no later than when your feet hit the ground. Any later than that, and it's going to give the defense plenty of time to get a really good contest or even block the shot. I've never used this move to create a ton of separation, so that's another reason you want to try and get the shot off as soon as you hit the ground. Okay, so these are some setups I like to use to get into these shots easily. For the cross step, the first one is just a basic crossover. You can also go behind the back for another easy setup. For the 1-2 step, an inside out is a great way to get into it. You can also go behind the back for another good setup. Another good setup I like to use is a reverse between the legs. A next level variation of the step back is a double step back, which I will go between the legs, behind the back, float the ball, and then step back again. For the hop, I like to set it up with either a crossover or a between the legs, but it's easiest to go to your offhand, and then you're ready to shoot immediately. So this is definitely not the only setups that you can use for a step back. Definitely play around with it, find what setups work best for you. And it's also a really good idea on the last dribble before you gather the ball, just pound the dribble, that way it gets a little bit of extra height and it's easier to get the shot off as soon as you hit the ground. Not like that. Okay, so lastly are your legs, and some coaches say that you should come down in the same spot that you jumped up, and I disagree. If you watched my highlight video, which will be linked in the description, you saw that there were shots in that video that my legs did some funny, crazy things. Okay, so once I'm in the air, my legs are no longer part of my shot. I don't even think about them. I'm focusing on keeping my upper body aligned with the rim in my normal shooting motion. Steph Curry is the same way, and I would recommend looking up some of his highlight shots as well as getting some awkward shots like that in your personal practice. I do it by often just acting like I'm running off a screen, or put up something and run off a screen, and then if my legs aren't set in the normal base, just adjust in that moment. Don't let that stop you from making that shot. Get those awkward shots in practice, and there will be reward in games.